Shalom, shalom. What's up, family? You already know this your old boy. Let me change that up. This your Hebrew, OG Obadiah, coming to you with a live video. Um, y'all know how we do it. We're gonna get some music going on right quick, and we'll be back.
Here we go again, Israel. A lot of Israelites is going back into the world, you know, and I can't figure it out. I mean, where you gonna go? Where you gonna go after you heard this truth? Come on.
I've got a question. I don't think you know. If you leave this truth, where can you go? 'Cause there ain't nothing out there. Oh, there ain't nothing out there. Oh no. See, you can run, but you can't hide. 'Cause what you're looking for, you'll never find. 'Cause there ain't nothing out there. Oh no. There ain't nothing out there. Oh no. You can love all day, all night. Yes, you can. Around the world 3 times just to find. There ain't nothing out there. Nothing out there for you. Oh no. So what you gonna do? Ain't nothing out there for you. Oh, ain't it funny how things work out? I never thought I'd be here, 'cause I was so caught out. But there ain't nothing out there. Oh yeah, there ain't nothing out there. Oh no. I remember like it was yesterday. You couldn't tell me nothing, living in a kind of way. But there ain't nothing out there. There ain't nothing out there. Oh no. You can look all day, all night. Travel around the world 3 times, but there ain't nothing out there. So there ain't nothing out there, yeah. Whoa, when I think about it, the life I used to live, and all the things I did, I didn't care about nobody. I was too busy thinking about me. It's a miracle that it let me live. Don't you know I tried? Nothing seems to work. And money, cars, clothes, and jewels. Listen, y'all, there ain't nothing out there that you need, yeah. Oh, you got the Most High and His Son, and that's all you need. You can look all day, all night, but you'll never find 3 times just to find anything that will suffice. Oh no, ain't nothing out there for you. So what you gonna do? Ain't nothing out there for you. Oh no.
Come on, y'all. Rock with me. Israel, be strong. Don't lose what you got. It's too close to quit now. Just hold on. Ain't nothing out there.
Shalom, shalom. We got old girl sitting next to us.
Shalom, Zion.
She like to be late, y'all. You know, getting on her stuff. Y'all know how our women is, though, right? All right, I feel it now. I'm just bothering, okay? All right, but how y'all doing today? Shabbat about to be over with. It's 8 o'clock our time. Start getting dark at about 9 o'clock.
1 second, please.
I hope y'all had a good Shabbat. We had a good Shabbat. So a lot went on this past week.
Woo, a lot of craziness.
A lot of crazy stuff that went down,
In
right?
Babylon.
In Babylon, right.
Where you want to start?
Oh, man. Let's go to
With the top story, or we'll work our way backwards. Wait till we get some more people. You know. But we can wait till we get some more people to climb in.
All right, you know what? We're going to go to this.
Lord mercy. I'm sorry, y'all, but my spot, I got the number 2 spot. It need a little adjusting sometimes. I ain't got the big fancy comfortable chair like he do.
We're going to go to this brother that was paralyzed.
Oh man.
By the police.
You want to piss me off. Go on.
Well, go on, get pissed off then.
I don't want. I just these.
All right, y'all. We gonna start with this one though.
Okay.
Has happened again. A handcuffed suspect strapped in when the vehicle made an abrupt stop, slammed into the petition, broke his neck, and now he's paralyzed. So what's it like in the back of a police van during a rough ride? Jim Murray finds out in this report, which video, have to tell you, is upsetting for some viewers.
It started at a block party in New Haven, Connecticut. Police took 36-year-old Randy Cox into custody after cops say he was illegally carrying a gun.
You have a permit?
Cox was handcuffed and placed inside a police van. The van was not equipped with seatbelts. Suddenly, and this is difficult to watch, the officer driving the van slams his brakes to avoid an accident. That's when Cox goes flying head first. He smashes his head and slumps. Then he calls for help.
Help! I can't get down! I can't hear you.
It took the officer nearly 4 minutes to check on him.
Can you move at all?
I can't move.
He radioed for an ambulance to meet them at the police station.
I think about my neck.
Move your leg.
I can't move.
You're not even trying.
They dragged Cox out of the van and lifted him into a wheelchair.
Get up!
Then he was processed and once again dragged into a holding cell where he laid, unable to move.
Mr. Cox was mistreated. He should have received medical attention immediately.
I spoke with Cox's sister, Latoya Boomer, who says he's now paralyzed from the chest down.
It made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't actually finish the whole video. They should be ashamed of themselves. At some point in time, somebody should have said something is not right.
The family has hired prominent civil rights attorney Ben Crump.
There needs to be accountability. There needs to be policy changes so this does not happen to the next marginalized person.
The circumstances are similar to what happened in the notorious Freddie Gray tragedy in 2015 in Baltimore. It's known as a rough ride, and I wanted to know what it's like to experience. My hands and legs are tied, but to protect myself from any potential injury, I'm wearing a helmet and pads.
I've been in this van for maybe 15 minutes and I'm exhausted. Ow.
I'm jolted, tossed around, and I feel totally helpless.
If I didn't have this elbow pad, I think I would have really hurt my elbow by now because it hurts already.
Now it's happened again.
In addition to being paralyzed, Mr. Cox has to use a tube in order to breathe.
Now, y'all seen the video, right?
Yeah.
How can you react that? Ain't no way so he can feel or know what, our brother was going through or whatnot. You can't, there ain't no kind of reenactments they can do to feel what our brother felt, right? You want to... This pissed me off.
Me too. That's what I want to say. When I first heard about this, I was mad as hell. First thing I thought about was Freddie Gray. Paralyzed. You went in walking and you came out paralyzed. Like the sister said, this type of stuff right here, we're sick of this. This is the type of stuff that make us cry out to the Father for vengeance, for that recompense, for him to come get us. These people don't care nothing about us, and then this heathen want to sit up here and reenact it.
Right.
Our brother didn't have no helmet. He didn't have no knee pads. He had no type of safety gear. And let me tell you, as somebody who has been in the medical field for over a decade and worked with paralyzed quadriplegics all the time, that ain't the life none of us would want to choose. We all want, as the Christian church used to say, the activities of our limbs. $45 million is what the settlement was for. That's why all of this is back up in the news, because they just won the settlement. $45 million or not be paralyzed. That's an easy answer.
Right.
And then the trauma that this brother went through, the nonchalant, didn't give a damn attitude from the police officers. We all think the footage, but this is our punishment, part of the curses that we have to walk out for our ancestors disobeying the Father, and now we have to suffer these things we've been given into the hand of our enemies, and they that slay us hold themselves not guilty.
Nope.
And may I add that the officers involved with this look a whole lot like me and you. I believe it was 5 of them, male and female. You know, it takes a certain type of individual to be in law enforcement. You have to have a certain kind of attitude, and not caring is part of that. A lot of these police officers, these correctional officers, these people are immune to any type of sympathy or common decency. It's all about the team, the blue. Nobody gave a dang about him not having on no seatbelt. You ain't even think when you slammed on the brakes. And I want to say this: how do we know he was really trying to avoid an accident? Right. Is that really why he slammed on the brakes, or did he slam on the brakes to hurt the brother? This Esau we talking about. We don't believe what they say. We don't put nothing past no Esau.
Right, this Esau, y'all.
Who that? Who in my house?
The devil.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get the devil.
Devil is not welcome here.
Straight devil.
So miss me with the $45 million. That is not worth being paralyzed, because you got to think now he got to pay for people to take care of him for the rest of his life. That's probably why he got $45 million, because they had to factor that in.
Yep, that's probably why.
Don't nobody want to be in a position where somebody else got to wipe you, and now he in this position. And miss me with the whole he shouldn't have been committing a crime. He should look. We all know about free cases. You ain't even necessarily got to commit a crime.
And then I don't, with me, I don't get this, if somebody can carry a gun, if they got, laws that, people can defend themselves and carry a gun, I mean, just because you committed a crime or whatever, that means you can never carry a gun, you can never protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's men out here who's been out of trouble for decades. You know what I'm saying? But they will never be able to, own a gun or carry a gun, or you know what I'm saying? And if you get caught with trying to protect yourself, or that you have the means of getting a gun, then they trying to give you about 10 or 20 years for that.
Well, that's why people have been calling it the injustice system.
Yeah, because it's like, come on, man.
Because we all know that the laws are based on your ethnic background and your financial ability.
Right.
That's the outcome of your punishment. So,
but they picking and choosing who's able to protect themselves and protect their family. You know?
Because the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. They're going to always try to oppress the poor and righteous, according to the scriptures.
Right, yeah.
So this is just part of the injustice system, but we still got to speak out about it, because when we see stuff like this, it hurt. It make you pissed off to see this, thinking about this man, his sister sitting up here speaking on his behalf, his family.
And he'll never be able to walk again.
And then we think about our children.
Right.
Teenagers, as they go out, and you can't lock them in the house. They go out, you pray they come back in one piece the way they left out here, because it's wicked It's hell and evil out here.
Yes.
And as the Most High shorten this time and wrapping up their time of rulership, they get more wild and crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they know their time is almost over. And it's about to be time for Jacob, for y'all men to take the throne and take over.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Righteously. The righteous men of the Most High.
Right, yeah. Off into this other video, unless you got something else to comment on this video.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, we're going to get to this other video. Now, this video, everybody's been talking about this. The submarine, you know, they going down to the Titanic crash, the wreck or whatever. But let's get into it. We're going to get right on into it.
Presumed to be the deaths of the 5 passengers on an undersea sightseeing trip to the resting place of another disaster, the Titanic. Today, the Coast Guard announcing a remotely operated underwater vehicle located debris on the ocean floor. The Coast Guard says it's consistent with a catastrophic implosion of the small vessel. The tail cone found just 1,600 feet from the Titanic shipwreck. The sub's titanium hull apparently succumbing to the crushing depth of more than 2 miles beneath the surface. The sub operator, OceanGate, in a statement saying, "Our hearts are with these 5 souls and every member of their families." But the tragedy already fueling difficult questions about the pursuit of extreme adventures and the cost and demand on others when they go wrong. Tom Costello has late details.
Heartbreak in the North Atlantic. After 4 days of searching for that missing mini-sub named Titan and the 5 people on board, this morning a Canadian deep-sea robot spotted debris from the sub just 1,600 feet from the wreckage of the Titanic, the very destination it was headed for on Sunday.
The debris is consistent with the catastrophic loss of the pressure chamber.
A catastrophic implosion in the extreme pressure at nearly 13,000 feet below sea level.
The size of the debris field is consistent with...
Right. Okay,
You gonna go first?
No, you go ahead.
No, I don't believe them. I don't believe nothing Esau say. If a Bruce say it, all right. But when Esau says, I don't be believing them. Where's the debris field? Where is it? First of all, let's go all the way back. Where is them people getting up in there? Now, I read that this little tuna can that they got in had to be bolted from the outside. We all know that they sent it down there, had to be controlled by some little joystick. It was only a certain amount of oxygen, all that good stuff. But this is my thing. On such a unique journey, such a rare occasion, you mean to tell me them people ain't go live? Ain't no picture. Where's the pictures and the footage of them getting into it? Saying bye, waving bye. You know how people do? We live in the technology age. They ain't take no pictures.
Right.
Ain't no footage of them getting in there. Ain't no footage of them bolting it shut from the outside like they say. So I don't believe this. I think this is lies and garbage and a distraction.
Distraction, exactly, right.
From some other stuff, which we're going to get into some of that. I think these people could be caught up in some stuff, and they could be had to leave, go to one of them islands.
Fake their death.
Fake their death, anything like that. I just don't believe that. I just don't. I can't. Ask yourself, have you ever seen a picture or the video with them actually as they were walking into it, and then they shut the door and locked it? I mean, we see footage for people on cruise ships and all that kind of stuff. So where's the footage of y'all actually getting in there?
Right. Wouldn't they take some type of video of them leaving?
Right. When they first dropped it, that's
exactly.
what I'm saying. When they first, they take video footage of them rockets and stuff.
Right.
They be going up in the sky. Right. And that's where it go. It don't go nowhere but the sky.
Right.
Because it ain't leaving out the firmament.
Yeah, and then my thing about it is, you got a lot of people talking about how our people reacting to these people that got, I guess, killed in a submarine or whatnot. Like, So?
Oh, they mad because we ain't got no compassion.
Right. What was the compassion when our ancestors or whatnot was threw off that boat?
With no oxygen.
With no oxygen. Exactly, right.
Please, ain't nobody thinking about Esau. Let's just go ahead and play with this and say that this is real. And it happened just the way they saying it happened. Oh, well, why would you get up in there? They said that this stuff wasn't approved. It was too risque. That they shouldn't have did it and blah, blah, blah. Like people been saying, y'all ain't never seen Titanic the movie? This what the internet for. Y'all could have looked online to see what little footage they had left for the Titanic. That was on y'all. Oh, well.
Let that have been some, you know what I'm saying? Let that have been our people trying to do that or whatever. Oh, they shouldn't have been up in. They shouldn't have went down in there. They knew better and all this stuff. Same thing applies to them. They knew better.
And y'all don't care when things bad happen to us. So why should we care? Because y'all curiosity killed the cat.
Y'all better wake up.
It's not no sympathy over here.
Right.
We actually think this was stupid, and it must be something bigger going on.
Right. Even if it's even real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just for a distraction or whatnot.
So hit that next one right after this. This is what, as far as what's been going on in the waters, this is what's more important. What went on in the water than this crap here.
Talking about
this, yeah. Okay. This should have got more coverage.
Right.
इंफॉर्मेशन के मुताबिक मालूम हुई है वो तकरीबन 350 है और इसमें जो 104 लोग सरवाइव हुए हैं उनमें से पाकिस्तानी की तादाद अभी तक जो है वो सिर्फ 12 है। इसलिए इस हादसे में यानी इंसानी जानों के नुकसान का जो है वो यानी नंबर जो है वो काफ़ी अभी तक पाकिस्तान में 281 फैमिलीज़ ने जो है ये राब्ता किया है और उन्होंने ये कहा है कि उनके जो प्यारे हैं या उनके जो बच्चे हैं वो इस हादसे का शिकार जो है वो हो सकते हैं। तो इस सिलसिले में जो है ये बाकायदा जो है वो डेस्क कैम्प कर दिए गए हैं ताकि उन फैमिलीज़ के साथ तमाम फैमिलीज़ के साथ जो है वो राब्ता किया जा चुका है। उनके डीएनएस और जो है वो हासिल कर लिए गए हैं और ये मामला जो है वो इन प्रोग्रेस है और भरपूर तौर पे कोशिश हो रही है कि जैसे जैसे जो है ये आइडेंटिफिकेशन का अमल मुकम्मल हो तो उन डेड बॉडीज़ को जो है वो का है उनके डीएनएस और जो है वो हासिल कर लिए गए हैं और ये मामला जो है वो
Okay, so y'all heard the government officials discussing it, basically just talking about how they got DNA samples from the families. They doing everything they can to find people, and the only reason I even put this in is because it could be some of our people mixed up in this mess just because of the area where they was coming from, Pakistan, Syria, all that kind of stuff. But outside of that, look, we matching energy. They ain't worried about us, we ain't worried about them. But we just saying, in this case, some of our people could have been in this. Because when I was looking at some of the pictures, some of them was, possibility. And then too, this is bigger news than that. Some rich people doing what rich people do, finding dumb ways to spend their money.
Who cares?
Right, to their own demise. Versus these people probably leaving war-torn regions who don't have any resources, who really struggling, trying to go to a better place, and they get caught up in some waters and lose their life or missing, and only because they could be our people. If it weren't for that, we...
Right.
All right.
Let's get to this next video.
Overnight, President Vladimir Putin vows to punish mercenary troops mounting an armed uprising in Russia. Putin made an emergency televised address hours after the Wagner mercenary group crossed into Russia and seized a key military headquarters in the south. The Wagner chief has said his 25,000-strong force is ready to die to take down Russia's military leadership. Ian Lee reports from Dnipro, Ukraine, where the nearly 16-month Russian invasion appears to have deepened a wedge between Moscow and its private army. Ian, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. These are some dramatic developments that have been unfolding over the past 24 hours. The UK Ministry of Defense said this morning that this is the most significant challenge to the Russian state in recent times. The situation exploded last night after the head of the Wagner mercenary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, accused the Russian military of a deadly missile strike on his troops in Ukraine, allegedly killing dozens. And he vowed justice and to punish those responsible. Russia's defense ministry denied the attack and demanded Prigozhin stand down. The Wagner head and his troops then seized the southern Russian city of Rostov-on-Don, home to the country's southern military headquarters. Now, Russian President Vladimir Putin had previously been silent as a war of words waged between Prigozhin and defense officials, but today he went on television to describe Prigozhin's actions as a knife in the back of the country and its people. Overnight, the Kremlin tightened security at key facilities around the country, and Moscow woke up to a state of emergency. Putin has ordered anti-terror measures in place in several regions, which give law enforcement broad legal powers. Prigozhin has threatened to head to the capital. He called President Putin deeply mistaken. And there are reports that Wagner troops have seized another city halfway to Moscow. Now, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky posted this afternoon that the longer Russian troops and mercenaries stay in Ukraine, the more chaos, pain, and problems Russia will face.
So y'all heard that one.
Wars and rumors of wars.
Yeah, I mean,
they over there beefing.
Right, and it's been stories that's been updated about what's going on with this situation here. Basically, Putin got somebody in his army, you know, I don't know if he's a general or whatever he is, but his name is Wagner, and he's rising up against, you know, the Russian government or whatnot, and it's they in cahoots over there and whatnot.
Some people have even said this is the beginning of a coup.
Right, exactly, right, but you know, this is right up America alley right here.
This is what we should pay more attention to than the billionaires in the tuna can.
Exactly, because, you know, we don't know. This can be set up for America, you know what I'm saying? For them to stick their nose, you know, real deep up in this situation. You know, so, you know, ain't no telling, but we got to be watching. Other than this damn submarine crap that's going on and whatnot.
Way more interesting prophetic things taking place than this. There ain't no whatever. If Leviathan got them, if it what is they saying? What's the word they use? They start with a C. If it collapsed, that it ain't saying collapse.
What, capsize?
No. Whatever they saying, like it imploded.
Imploded, yeah, that's what it was.
If it imploded, Leviathan got on, whatever, if they even ever got in there, whatever. The important thing is to watch for a prophecy and to keep the commandments.
Exactly, right. That's the important thing right there. Keeping them commandments, you know. We can't stress that, you know, enough. You know. That's our armor or whatnot, you know. Keeping the commandments, you know.
So if Esau on some nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, oh well, house divided, can't stand. Let it fall.
Right.
We sit back, watch it fall. I got some snacks.
It's gonna fall because it's prophesied to fall. Right.
All right, we got last one.
Last one, yeah. Last video, yo.
Oh, now this I found very interesting right here.
Yeah.
Announcing 3 new policing technologies in New York City. The K5 autonomous security robot, the Spot DigiDog robot, and the Star Chase GPS attachment system. Our job is to fight crime and keep people safe. And these tools are significant steps forward in that vital mission.
We are here to get stuff done. #GSP.
So y'all see the new technology Esau on for us.
Right. I was just thinking, you know, I was just telling her while the video was playing, like our people. Well, I ain't gonna say our people. I'm gonna say
hood ninjas.
Niggas gonna be shooting at that motherfucker. You know, doing all kind of sorts of things to that thing to make it malfunction. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but I think this is just the beginning. On a serious tip, I think that this is that AI that people are talking about, and them things gonna go from patrolling the streets to probably shooting out some kind of projectile. You know, they got cameras on there to record facial recognition. So this is just the beginning of them implementing more of this beast technology and merging that beast with man. But it's also the beginning of the end for them. So we're not to fret, we're not to worry, but it's just some issues. Now this is New York City. They rolling this out in, and they said this is just the beginning. It's way more AI coming to kind of help the police. You know, I guess RoboCop, if you will.
Right. And they've been, you know, preparing us with all these movies that they made, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, wow, you know, you see this, you living back in the day, it's like, man, you see this stuff now, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's something else, you know. But anything you want to say, baby?
No, stay prayed up, keep the commandments. Shalom Zion, Lord willing, we'll see y'all again same time next Shabbat.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have somebody in the live or whatnot. But since you know, I guess y'all can look at the playback or whatnot. But we're gonna go on and get out of here, you know.
This was a quick one. We just had
this is a quick
we
one.
wanted to drop in on y'all. Please go back, watch the replay.
Right. But we hope y'all had a good Shabbat. You know what I'm saying? Again, keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. Keep the commandments. Right?
That's right. Forsake the foolish and live.
Right.
On the way of understanding.
Right. So, to the next video, Most High willing. It's the old family with OG Obadiah and your girl, old girl.
Shalom.
Shalom. Peace.